One of my favorite movie quotes from all time comes from the movie Rocky Balboa, and Sylvester Stallone is talking to his son in the movie and says, "The world is a very mean and nasty place, and it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. But it ain't about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That is how winning is done." And that quote really resonates with me, just in my day-to-day life, every time when I'm walking around, or just living your life, and you think about enduring things, because we have so much pressure to create, we have so much pressure to produce something, and you think that that production is what is necessary for growth and what is necessary for success, but sometimes the most personal growth comes from endurance. It comes from going through hardships and dealing with things that are tough, and dealing with things that are not fair, that you don't view as fair. And that makes me think of the word privilege, because when you get down to it, the world really doesn't owe you anything. No, there is no intrinsic right to your happiness. We've created that, but no one can really say that you have a right to be happy. You have to fight for that right. You have to pursue that right, and it is a privilege to be able to pursue that right. And I've had a couple people talk to me. How do you get the motivation to go to the gym every day and always feel motivated to work out? And what happens if you're dealing with an injury, or what happens if you're dealing with something in your life that's a bit of a hardship? And the way I would answer that is, sometimes I'm not excited to go to the gym. Sometimes I struggle just like anyone else to get through something. I've been injured before. I had a 3-month layoff last year where I wasn't able to lift hardly at all because I had a pretty significant injury and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I had to earn my right to this privilege. I had to earn this privilege back to be able to do this again, because that's what it takes. You get tested in the times that are difficult. Anybody can be a superhero for a week. Anybody can go in and work as hard as they possibly can for a workout. But when you have to get over some really tough stuff in your life, when you have to go through some things that push you to grow as a person, and you just have to endure, then you can really grow, and then you know what it's like to appreciate the privileges. And I experienced some of that today with this workout specifically. And you see that on this, the 5th set of my 7, I am wearing a belt, which was originally my intention was to not wear a belt for any of the base mesocycle. But training in that fashion for me was a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to train the lift harder than I'm going to be competing, because I will wear a belt in competition. I will wear knee wraps in a competition. And training it without a belt was something that I was utilizing to bring up a weakness. But I tell myself that I can only utilize that privilege. I only have that as long as my reps are legitimate, and I'm not using it as an excuse to not perform the lift properly. And my first set was decent. My first set was good reps without the belt. My second set was getting a little tougher. My third set started getting pretty high in the later reps when I got closer to 5, and then my fourth set was also high, and I said, well, I have 3 more sets of this weight, and if I don't do something and the reps continue to be poorly performed, I'm not going to benefit nearly as much as I should be from this struggle. And so I decided that it would be a better idea to put on the belt and get through the reps properly, instead of just grinding out and cutting my reps shallow and risking injury in that. And so it wasn't the way I wanted to do it, but it's a privilege to train harder. Just like I consider accessory movements are a privilege. If you have something left at the end of your session, it's you have the ability to go and do something extra and give yourself that little bit of push, that little bit of edge to work and get a little bit better. And if you gave everything you had in your cores, you kind of have to give up that privilege so that you can recover for your next session. So that's kind of what I had to do. with this training session, because I spent most of what I had on the squat rack and on the bench here. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to be wearing a belt for all my sets still. That means that when I have a set that the form starts to break down like it was doing, then I'm just going to put the belt on and, basically going to see how long I can last without the belt now, because it's not going to do me any good to be cheating myself of the depth and be cheating myself of the reps. I had 325 here for my 8 sets of 2 all paused reps, and they felt pretty good. I missed filming my last set of squats because my camera glitched, and I accidentally did not film my 7th set of bench press. So if you're wondering where those sets went, they're not existent, so I couldn't include them in the video. But thank you guys for watching. I encourage you all to just remember that anytime you're pursuing a passion, and when you love something and you want to succeed at it, being able to do that really is a privilege. And so appreciate your ability to do that, and just enjoy your life, and just be thankful for what you do have. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video or got something from it, please leave a like rating or share it with your friends. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And my next session is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be tough. I'm not looking forward to it. So this is going to be one of those sessions where I'm just going to have to go and give it everything I have and hope to make it through the other side. So I will see you after that. Thanks again. Bye.